Hey my loves, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Shawnee, I'm a Power Pilates instructor, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a Pilates inspired core sequence. So to begin with, if I can just have you just on your mat, you're just going to start off just on all fours. And just to begin with, we're just going to go through cat-cows. We're just going to round through the back nice and slowly, making sure that our shoulders are stacked over our wrists before then we arch through the other way, really trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together so everything comes through nice and tight. We're going to round through those shoulders again, exhaling as we do so. And on the inhale then, as we arch through, trying to squeeze those shoulder blades. Now this time as we go through, we're going to start just making it a little bit more dynamic. So as we round through, I'd like you just to rock onto those wrists just slightly. And then as we arch, I'd just like you to push back into those bums and into those hips. Nice. And again, rounding through, coming back through the other way. Lovely stuff. So a nice little rock through here just ensures that we are really starting to work through those wrists and start to get them nice and warm as well. There's going to be a little bit of work on our wrists through here today, so we want to make sure that they are nice and warm. Take your last one through here, my loves. So rounding through. Nice. Really tucking the pelvis underneath. Before then we arch back. Meet me here in a neutral spine. Now we're just going to come and sit onto those heels, and we're just going to just rotate the wrist just one way to begin with. Before then we come through on the other way. Now today's class is going to be a little bit of work on our backs, and like I said, there's going to be some work on our wrists. There's going to be a very big emphasis on your obliques, so I hope you brought your powerhouse with you today. Let's come onto our backs onto the mat. And just to begin with, let's just take our arms out to the side. Let's take our legs up to tabletop, and let's just take our legs to one side before coming back up to center and resetting. Well done. Exhale as we take our legs the other way. Back through to center. Nice. Once more each side. Nice. And again, through to the other side. Really good, guys. Well done. Back to center. Now we're going to take our feet to the mat. And from here, we are going to take our hands all the way up towards the ceiling. Now with our feet, we want to make sure that they are close enough to our bums that we can touch our fingertips with our heels. And this is where we're going to start off with our core exercises. So we want to make sure that our belly buttons are drawn in towards our spine. We want to make sure that our lower back is as connected to the mat as possible. And we're really starting to knit those ribs together so everything comes through nice and tight. Now, as we lift up, we're going to come up into a crunch first of all. So we're going to make sure that we're really grounding through the feet, lifting up head, chest, and shoulders. Exhaling as we lift. You've got 8. Well done. 7. So thinking about really keeping those shoulders and chest nice and open as you come up into this position as well. So we're not rounding through the shoulders, rounding through the back. That's 3. Just lifting head, chest, and shoulders. 4. Nice. I'm counting the wrong way. Last 1. Well done. Now from here, we're going to come up into that crunch. We're going to release that left leg into tabletop. Place it back down onto the mat. We're then going to release the right leg into tabletop. Place it back down onto the mat and round as we lower back down. And again, so coming up, we're taking that left leg up to tabletop. So the leg is moving with the breath. Well done. Laying down. Now those hands are coming towards those hips still. We're exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Laying all the way back down. Now those legs are really gliding up towards that tabletop position. And we're still really thinking about drawing our belly buttons in. Nice. Well done. You've got 3 more of these. Well done. Nice and slow with that movement. Excellent stuff. Your last one through here. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Laying back. Now we're going to come up into that crunch. We're just going to keep peeling those legs off into that tabletop. You've got 8, 7, 6, oh my gosh, 5, chest still nice and open, 4, yes you can, 3, 2, your last one, you're going to stay up. In this crunch position, we're going to come into pulses, reaching those hands towards those heels. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, laying all the way down. Lovely stuff. We're going to take those hands all the way back up towards the ceiling. Now this time we're going to come up into a crunch. We're going to lift both legs up to tabletop. They're going to come back towards the mat. We're going to lay all the way back down. Those hands are coming up. Both legs come up. Well done. Nice. And again. Abs should be really working through here. Really drawing everything in towards the mat. Being super intentional about the movement. Really connecting that mind and muscle. Exhale. Well done. Looking really good. You've got 3 more. Nice. 2 more. Still keeping that chest nice and open. Those legs are just gliding to tabletop. You've got your last one through here. You're going to stay in this position. We're just going to come up with those legs and down. You've got 5. That's 4. Yes, you can. 3. And 2, you're going to meet you with those legs in tabletop. You've got your last one through here. Legs come back up to tabletop. Arms reaching towards those heels. Pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Lowering towards the mat, bringing those knees in towards your chest, rocking back and forth to release those abdominals. Well, that was one way to start a class, wasn't it? Really good. Now, coming to rolling like a ball up to seated, we're going to come onto our fronts. We're going to come onto all 4s. And from here, we're going to make sure that our shoulders are stacked over wrists. Now, if you're feeling anything like me at the moment, you can really feel those upper abdominals. So let's continue keeping those to work. So we're going to turn the toes underneath so we come up onto the balls of our feet. We're going to come into a quadruped hold. So we're going to lift those knees about 2 inches or so off the mat, and we're going to place them all the way back down. Now, really thinking about that breath is helping us to move off the mat. Inhale. You've got exhale. Inhale. Nice. Well done. So your back is nice and flat in this position. Imagine that you are balancing a drink on top of your back and it can't move or spill. Well done. 4, 3, 2, last one. Well done. This time we're going to come up into that quadruped hover. We're going to turn the knees to the side. We're going to come back to center and we're going to lower the knees towards the mat again. We're going to continue on exactly the same side. So I'm taking my knees towards the right hand side. We're just twisting in that center, so we're really starting to get those obliques working. Exhale. Nice. Well done. And lower. You're doing really good. Nice. And lower. You've got 4 more. Twist. So So that twist is really coming from the obliques. The knees are just moving towards the front as your head, your chest, your shoulders stay facing the center. Nice. You've got your last one through here. Meet me in that side. We're going to rock onto those wrists, straightening those legs so we come through into a plank, pushing back. Nice, well done. Coming through into plank, pushing back into those balls. Nice. So when I say balls, I mean the balls of the feet. Well done. You've got 4, 3, 2, nice. Last one, pushing through. Meet me in that side plank, but you're going to bend the knees as you were before. You're going to take that arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Now you're going to take the hand out to the side, back to center, side, back to center. You've got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to be moving the knees now, okay? So the knees are coming down, they're dropping as we come back up. Well done. You've got 5, 4, 3, you can hear it in my voice, 2, last 1. Well done, dropping those hips down, coming through over into mermaid, stretching everything out. Oh my gosh, my side is on fire. Grab yourselves a drink if you need one. Like I always say, you can pause this video at any time and return back to it as and when you need to. Let's do the other side, shall we? So I'm going to come through onto the other side so you can see my working side and my working leg still. And just making sure that this whole time we're really thinking about utilizing these small muscles along the side here, so our obliques. So even when we're pushing back into that movement, we're really thinking about still keeping our core nice and tight and engaged, ribs and everything nice and knitted. You're doing incredible. Okay, coming through onto the other side, my loves. We're going to make sure that our shoulders are stacked over wrists. We're going to curl the toes underneath so we come up onto the balls of the feet. We're coming into our quadruped holds to begin with. So we're just lifting those knees about 2 inches or so off the floor, maintaining a nice flat back. That's 8, 7, exhale as we lift, inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now this time we're going to be turning those knees towards the side. We're going to lift, turn the knees back to center and lower. So this time we're working the opposite obliques. If you're going the same way as me, you should really think about trying to connect mind and muscle towards those right obliques that are helping you to twist your knees towards the front of the mat. Well done. You've got 3 more. 2. Last one. You're going to stay in this side through here. We're going to push through into plank, okay? So we're going to rock forwards into plank. I just need to move my feet just slightly. Rocking forwards into plank, pushing back. Well done. So really pushing into those hips, feeling that nice stretch as well through the tries. Taking a moment here, although we're still working the core, to really reset. Well done. You've got 4. Nice. 3, 2, you're doing great. Last one, through here. We're going to come back through plank. We're going to bend the knees just slightly. We're going to take that arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Now that hand is coming out towards those feet, back to center. Well done. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. This is where we incorporate those knees. So as we take that arm down, those knees are dropping towards the front. Well done. This is definitely a weaker side for me. Nice. You've got 4, 3, 2, You've got your last one through here. Well done. Killed it, dropping onto that hip. Let's take that arm up and over into mermaid. Absolutely killed that. Even I was shaking on that one then. Really, really good. I love it when I devise classes and then I feel extremely humbled myself because, yeah, it just goes to show that this stuff does actually work. So we're going to come to side lying. So let's come on to the opposite side that we've just been on. So if you meet me on your left hip, we're going to come onto our elbows. So we want to make sure that our hips are stacked on top of each other. We want to also make sure that our elbow and our shoulder are in alignment with each other as well. Now, this whole time, we're still going to be really thinking about utilizing the obliques. We want to make sure that we're really lifting out of this side through here, okay? We're going to be starting by taking that arm up nice and tall towards the ceiling. We're then going to grow as we take that arm to the opposite side of our legs. Now we're going to inhale, taking the hands towards the feet. We're then going to lift both of the feet off of the ground. So we're only going to come up a little bit, but we're really feeling a nice crunch through here. We're going to lower the legs and the arm's going to come up and over. Well done. And again, take that arm, lift the legs, lower the legs and over. Keep that going. Nice. Looking good. Killing it, guys. Up, down. Really growing in this position so we're not sinking into the side. You've got 3 more. So our gaze is also following that hand. That's 2. Well done. Last one before we lay it on. Nice. Now this time as we take that arm up and over, we're going to roll onto our side, taking that hand still to where it was. We're then going to lift the legs up towards that hand, placing those legs back down. We're then going to roll onto our side, taking that arm up and over again. So the arm is still doing exactly the same movement as we were doing before, but as we do that, we're simultaneously rolling onto that fleshy part of our bum. So we can lift those legs, place them back down, roll onto our side, the arm comes all the way back over. We're growing nice and tall in that position. Well done. You've got 4 more. Growing nice and tall. That was 3. Girls, you're killing this. 2. Also, I really need to stop saying girls, but I just know the majority of you, when I look at my stats, does seem to be a lot of females. If there are guys joining us as well, I do apologise. Please continue joining the fun. We're going to stay on this side through here. We're just going to come into those leg lifts. You've got 6. Lower back down to the mat. Well done. That's 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, those legs are staying low, but they're just staying about an inch off the mat. We're going to come into pulses. Those hands are reaching towards those feet. 10, 9, 8. Really feel those abdominals pinching. 6, 5, 4, 3. Can you lift up and reach a little bit more? Last one. Well done. Killing it. Really, really good. We've got one more side to go, and that's the core sequence done. Let's come through. So this time we're coming onto that right side, making sure first of all that our shoulder and elbow are in alignment with each other, making sure that our hips are also stacked on top of one another. Lovely stuff. Now to begin with, we're going to take that arm up towards the ceiling. We're going to grow nice and tall, and we're going to lean away from those feet. Feeling that nice stretch through those sides and those obliques, because boy, do we need it. We're going to come up and over towards the side. We're going to lift those legs. Place those legs back down towards the mat, coming up and over again. Well done. Nice. Lifting through. Legs go up. Lowering down. Arm comes over. We've got 4 more. Now remembering through here as well, not looking for height. We're just really wanting to feel that nice pinch through in the side. So those crunches or those side crunches are really starting to work and happen. Well done. Looking great, my loves. You've got your last one through here. Before then we add on and include our side teaser. So as we take that arm up and over, we're going to roll into the fleshy part of our bum. We're then going to lift those legs up towards those hands, placing those legs back on towards the mat, lifting up and over, and that arm is still extending away from those feet. Nice, we come up and over, roll onto the fleshy part of the bum. The legs come up towards the hand. We lower those legs, rolling onto our side. Well done, my loves, and again. Now again, not necessarily looking for height through here on these legs, just really wanting you to feel that mind-muscle connection with those abdominals as we lift through. Nice. Well done. You've got 2 more. Nice. Killing it, guys. On your last one through here, you're going to meet me in center, still keeping that chest nice and open. We're going to lift those legs. You've got 6. Well done. Staying nice and open through your chest. That's 4, 3, yes you can. You've got 2. Last one, lower those legs, they're coming about an inch off the floor as we come into our pulses to finish. You've got 10 to reach towards those feet. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, lowering those legs. Coming up and over into those mermaids again, stretching out those sides. Well done, guys. Really good. Now we're going to end off just by having a quick cool down, just stretching everything out. So if you can meet me up on all fours, we're going to start by threading the needle. So let's elongate that back arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Big inhale then as we take that arm underneath, keeping those hips up nice and high, stretching out that back. Nice, taking a moment here to really just return to yourself, to your breath, trying to bring everything back down. You've got another one through here, so taking that arm up nice and high, big inhale in. Exhale, swinging that arm underneath. Nice. Bringing everything back down. Coming through to center. We're going to change hands, my love. So taking those arms up nice and high, big inhale in, swinging that arm all the way through and underneath. Now taking a moment through here just to really think about your breath. So take a big inhale for the count of 4. Exhale for the count of 6 to 8. And once you finish that breath, meet me up again, nice and tall in this position here. Before then, we thread through. Lovely stuff, well done. Again, working through that breath. Inhale for 4. Exhale for the count of 6 to 8. Now meet me up on all fours. Just take those hands just a little bit wider through onto the mat. Lowering those hips slightly into cobra. We're just going to drop that right shoulder, bringing that left shoulder forwards, looking over that right shoulder. Coming back to center. We're going to do exactly the same thing, but on the other side, dropping that left shoulder, bringing that right shoulder forwards. Feeling that nice twist in the spine, also the stretch through the abdominals. Back to center. Last one on each side. You don't need to stay here for long. Just feel that stretch. Last one. Nice, guys. Back to center. I'd like to push through those hips and come through into child's pose. Taking a moment here. Again, going back to your breath. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for the count of 6 to 8. And when you feel called to, just walking those hands through nice and slowly, rolling up through the spine. Guys, that was a killer core session. I hope that you took what you needed from it, disregarded anything that didn't serve you. And if you did really enjoy it, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, a subscribe, a comment. Just let me know how you're finding these sessions so I can continue to bring you more. But honestly, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you all next week.